At last, a game where I haven't got a stew overnight to give you my thoughts. 2-1 win over Tottenham, and despite the fact that they had 51% of possession and we had 49%, that just goes to show you how stats mean absolutely nothing. Someone told me about Willian's stats the other day, and I thought to myself, well, that doesn't really include all the defensive work that he does that you don't actually notice is missing until he's not playing. So stats can do anything. But yeah, 17 shots today for Chelsea with 7 on target. Big improvement, and Spurs only had, I think it was 3 of 7 on target. So Caballero played really well. A couple of really decent stops. Didn't have a chance with a goal off of Rudiger's. Rudiger couldn't do much about it either, to be honest. It was hit at pace and it hit his trading leg and went in for those that didn't see it. So yeah, it was a pretty comprehensive victory, I thought. I know 2-1 doesn't sound it, but Chelsea were always really in charge. Caballero, as I've already said, did well. Particularly a decent stop for. I expect the goalkeeper to save him, but you know he kept us been lately. Who knows? But Caballero, decent save from Mora earlier on. Jorginho, do you know what? The first 10 minutes, I was pulling my hair out at Jorginho. He lost it 3 times in really bad places and put us under pressure. And what's he going to do then? He goes and plays a worldy pass to set up, via 2 previous shots to set up Giroud's goal. And that finish from Giroud, that was world class. That's what you'd expect. The centre forward for France to put away, wasn't it? It was a corker. And I don't know. You know, I love Frank to bits, and I want him to succeed. And I'm 110%. If you can't, well, you can't be, can you? I'm 100% behind Frank Lampard, and I want him given at least this season and next to see what he can really do with his side. And I want him supported in the transfer market. But I did think to myself today, what must you see from Batshuayi in training that you've been putting him in ahead of Olivier Giroud? Now, I accept that the system and the style that Frank wants to play doesn't suit Giroud. But if you've got a bloke who doesn't lose his cool in front of goal, he's going to miss like everyone does. He's human, but he's better quality than we've got at the moment. I'll go as far to say he's even better than Tammy at the moment, quality-wise, because Tammy's a young lad. He's learning his game and he blows hot and cold. I actually thought that when Tammy came on today and replaced Giroud, we lost a lot. I can see why it was done, because Tammy's got the legs and Giroud hasn't played for ages, and we wanted to still carry on with his high press. And at 2-0 up, we also wanted to play on the break, so we needed Tammy's speed. So I can see it, but I thought we lost a lot through it. Yeah, so Giroud just about got my man of the match ahead of Mason Mount. Mason Mount, I thought, was outstanding today. His passing selection, probably 80% of the time, was spot on, and really telling passes. And his work rate, well, I'd need to lay down for about 6 months if I'd just done that. So yeah, right. Let's take them one by one, shall we? Right, the back four. James, he played okay. Decent to have someone getting decent corners in. Defensive wise, all right. Caught out a couple of times, but like I said to you in a previous video, I expect that. He's a young man learning, and I think he's going to be a top player. Christensen did okay. I think he must be better than I give him credit for, because he doesn't stand out, but he's obviously done his job today, you know. Rudiger, yeah, he was okay. A few dodgy decisions passing wise, but he met the ball pretty early. I was pleased with him. Ashby had an excellent game. And what about that foul on him? I see him interviewed after the game and he's got an ice pack on his leg. Giovanni Lo Celso. I'll tell you this, there's people on death row in the United States whose crimes were less violent than that tackle on Aspilicueta, Dave. And VAR said initially, which is the most important thing, it'd come out later on and they've said it was a sending off. That's crap. You've got a referee who makes an initial decision, who's then got the opportunity to go and look at a monitor, and you've then got people or a person sitting in a commentary box somewhere, Stockley Park or wherever it is, who gets it from about 10 different angles. And twice this week, there have been assaults on Chelsea players that you could phone up the police and they take a crime report and give you a crime number, and they miss it. The FA want shooting if they've appointed A, the referee, and B, the guy who's in that box. Well, it's got to be Stevie Wonder in there. It's got to be, because that was crazy. Jorginho, I've already touched on. He had a decent game. First 10 minutes, he was awful. I won't lie. In my humble opinion, you might disagree. I thought it was awful, and then he puts a ball like that. So Kovacic, yeah, done what was needed. Covered a lot of ground. Barkley, anyone who watches these videos of mine knows I'm not a fan of Ross Barkley, mainly because of his lack of awareness. But today, Ross got his two fingers and stuck them straight up to me because he had a decent game. Still a couple of times where he's got caught on the ball, but that's always going to happen with Ross Barkley. So I'm not going to dwell on it. Mason Mount, I've already told you my thoughts, and Giroud, he just got me man of the match. When Tammy came on, he was all right. Just a little run around, really, wasn't it? He didn't really. He doesn't hold the ball. He can't hold the ball up like Giroud does at this moment in time. And like I say, he's going through one of them. He's a young guy. You expect him to go through a bad patch, and I think he's going through a bad patch. And maybe he's trying too hard. That's maybe why he's not making the runs that I'm thinking he should be making. William come on, didn't really get a chance to do much, but he again was okay. So yeah, Frank today from me gets a 9 out of 10, and the only reason it's a 9 and not a 10 is because I can't make out why he hasn't been playing Giroud after seeing that. When I saw the side today, I thought we're a bit lightweight, but I was proved wrong, which happens quite a bit in life. So yeah, really happy. Good performance, loads and loads of spirit. Loads of spirit. Apart from one spell in the first half, though, when we were playing the ball around, I thought, why do we over-elaborate at the back here? Boring to watch. Apart from one little section of the game, just before we scored, I thought Chelsea were excellent today as a team. Some individuals had a slight off day, but it don't matter when you've got 7 out your 11 firing on all cylinders. I like to see Caballero giving it large at the back. That's what I want from my goalkeeper, and the defenders obviously listening to him. Alonso, Alonso, the man that can't defend, who when you play him as a wing back is awesome. 9 times out of 10. Was played as a wing back and he was awesome. When he took that shot and it just went over the bar, I thought here we go. And but the way he took his goal, absolutely stunning. You know, the art of hitting that ball first time like he did, that is an art in itself. So yes, there we go. We are, as I speak, 4 points clear in fourth. I still don't. I'm in the camp. I don't think we'll finish in the top four. But you know what? I don't care. I care. I'd love to finish top fourth. It'll be like champagne corks flying if we do. But I can see what Frank is trying to do. I think he needs to get his own style now and stick with it. But I also think he's got to be adaptable. When you see Giroud, you think, oh, we won't play to my style. But do you know what? If he sticks the ball in the back of the net, you need to, you need to learn from that. And I'm sure Frank has. I think Batshuayi the other night against Man United gave Giroud his chance, along with Tammy's injury, obviously. And yeah, certainly for now, he would appear to be the answer to our problems. And the fact that he's playing for a French place in the summer and he really wants to impress, that can only go in our favour, can't it? That's me. Very excitable. Off to have a pint and celebrate victory over Rottenham. And Jose got it totally wrong, I've got to say. I don't know what's wrong with the guy. I think he's slipping. I don't think he's the special one that we got back in the mid 2000s. Yeah, I don't. I know he's got injuries, but so have we. Everyone's forgetting that we had Pulisic, Hudson-Odoi, Tammy on the bench because he was injured, and N'Golo Kante out today. So that says what a good job Frankie Lampard did. Super Frankie Lampard, up to Chelsea. Speak to you soon. Bye for now.